was born in Weslaco, Texas. My parents moved the family to Houston when I was about 3 and a half. There's a total of 6 of us in the family. I have 2 sisters and 3 other brothers. We didn't have much. We did with the bare necessities. I remember during the summer we were able to get in our bikes and ride around the neighborhood, just to stay out of the house, because if we went back into the house, my mother made us do chores. My dad was self-employed. He was a drywall subcontractor, and my mother just did a number of things. One of her longest stints was working up at the airport. My father went to 5th grade and was never able to complete because his father passed away, and so he ended up having to work. My mother really did not have any formal schooling to speak of. They knew what I had. They knew I had talent. I have to tell you this, and I'm sorry, I can't keep it straight. I actually thought my parents were more strict on me than they were on my siblings, because they knew what I could do. Whenever I had major assignments, projects, I got a free ride from doing some of the house chores. All I had to do was tell them is, look, I got this project. They find one of my brothers or sisters to do my chore because they put school first. I went to the University of Houston because that was the place where I could keep a job and go to school at the same time. Even though I had a scholarship, the Houston Endowment Scholarship, I still had to work. So I was working anywhere from 30 to 35 hours a week. When I got into my engineering classes, I actually joined up to the student chapter of ASCE. And that really proved to be the most valuable organization that I was a member of on campus, because we had the old Y building, and for any engineering student of years past would recognize that only last year was the Y building ever tore down. And it was a study hall, and it was very valuable to me, especially getting support on some of the assignments, each of us helping each other out. It just, quite frankly, even provided a couch for you to take a nap between classes. When I first started working at Lockwood Anderson Newnham, I was the low man on the totem pole, but within the first 3 months, I realized that the training that I had received in managing people, developing schedules, most engineers that I was assigned to work with either didn't want to do it, didn't have an understanding, and it was foreign to them. And literally within the first 6 months, I was doing schedules, I was doing workload projections for folks who had been working in engineering for 8 to 10 years. If you look, whether it's the highway department, whether you look at the city of Houston, you look at any of the governmental agencies around this region, you have U of H engineering graduates that are now either in charge or definitely up at the top of the organization. I think the Engineering Alumni Association was key to continuing to build this momentum that I think the U of H engineers now have in the Houston area. The University of Houston affords an individual a fantastic opportunity, especially if you want to be an engineer.